So the main question that I focused on this week was, what is the role of school in society? And my three underlying questions were, how do I help my class be in the world but not of the world? Is it better to not be in the cave, per se, of public schools? And how do I help my students recognize the role of society in their lives? And I was the only one who chose this main question, so I only had one response, but Deja said, I think that we as teachers can encourage students to seek the truth. As they keep searching for the truth, they will ultimately learn how to be in the world but not of the world, as they think critically. And so that led me to think a lot about how to implement that in my classroom. So would I be doing debates in class so that they can practice fighting for their beliefs? Should I be teaching them proper diction so that they can speak professionally and know what they're talking about when they're fighting for what they think is right? What kind of real-life situations could I have in the classroom so that I could help them? And then I was also thinking a lot about the examples that I could share with my students in history of people who stood up for their beliefs, who were able to be in the world but not of the world, and not necessarily in a religious sense, but in a mental sense. So I thought a lot about Martin Luther King Jr. and Mother Teresa and the Founding Fathers and how I could implement that into my teaching. I also thought about trying to work in a public school district, but still being able to make sure that my standards and my principles are being respected and met. And so I was wondering if I need to go into charter schools or what I need to do in order to protect my personal beliefs when I teach. And then my final question led me to two different thoughts, but they all culminated to, I need to show the world to students in a safe environment. So I could show different news anchors telling the same story but in completely different ways and not telling the whole truth, so that they can identify the lacking truth out in the world. And also I was thinking about previous classes where they showed us the presidential debates, and then they helped us identify the truth, helped us research their campaigns so that we could understand what they were fighting for and whether or not their information was accurate. So these are just some of the thoughts that I had this week. Thanks for watching.